little graphic live for y'all, but I see that's not gonna happen for me this morning.
Good morning.
Hey, 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 how are you doing? Welcome to I'm Just Saying Live. I am simply Dot Tennille, and this is
Call me underscore Ant.
I don't know. You just tickle me so much. I just never know what's gonna come out of your mouth. I guess that's the excitement of it all. I guess I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a really great show planned out for you guys today. Yet again, you need to tell all of your friends, all your family that this is the place to come and get the best edutainment. Period. Today we have a very special guest by the name of Brandy Williams, and she is a doctor, and she's gonna be talking all about men's health, an upcoming event that she has going on, and self-care month. It's kind of crazy for me to be talking about men and self-care, because I didn't think that, men, I only think that they think about one thing, but we'll wait and save that for our conversation with Miss Williams later.
Gloves off, glasses off. I see it's going to be a fight.
Okay. I thought the men really only thought about maybe one or two things, and we'll discuss that later in the show. But remember, this is kind of like our version of current events. We're going to talk about all the hot topics. We're going to talk about the newest movies so you can get suggestions not only for yourself, but for your kids as well. So let's jump right in while the tea is brewing and get this party started.
Let's go.
So, we like to start with our weekend recap. Okay? How was your weekend?
Good and long. Needed a break from the weekend.
That part. Okay, so we had a really long weekend. We did decide to travel to Dallas with our boys and the Northside Savages. Okay, that's what we're always doing on the weekend. So I'm going to pull up the screen like I always do as well. So give me 1 second. Let's get this going.
Did you mention you carpool this weekend?
I'm going to tell it all when we talk about this.
Just thinking about it making me need a nap.
So Anthony always has a way of taking off on me before, we had some big things coming up.
Gotta make that money.
So he left to go to work.
Kansas.
Okay, to Kansas. So you're supposed to be telling about that while I was getting this together.
Well, I was
gone.
in Kansas, but I showed up. I didn't make it back in time to see the football game, but I made it back for the, oh my God, kids everywhere. I think it was like 20 kids in that apartment. So I'm like, okay.
Don't say all that part. You're
20
talking
kids,
way too much.
20 kids from the football league.
You're talking way too much.
It was fun.
This is the weekend recap, ladies and gentlemen. And this weekend we celebrated with friends and family. They got to come out and watch our boys play, and that's what I was excited about. I got to see my mom, my dad, my stepmom, if you will. So here's a picture. There's my cutie pie little niece there. Ain't she cute? That's Miss Brooke. She took a picture with the boys after the game. We were still in smiles, even though things went,
They didn't win.
They went wrong. They went real wrong.
We're just going to say they didn't win.
But we had an absolutely amazing time this weekend. We had tons of extra kids with us. That's what we're going to say. So we learned a lot about our little teammates. Because, some of them were getting to experience, hotels and things of this nature for the very first time. So if you'd like to support the Northside Savages, please go to their website, or you can reach out to me. We are still looking for those food donations and things of that nature that I was telling you about for their snacks on the weekend, because I am a teen mom and I'm trying to make sure they good.
Y'all know kids can eat.
We went swimming. We did everything. You know how I like to do. We still turned up even though we had all the little extra babies around. Ladies and gentlemen, next is our upcoming events. Now, later in the show, we're going to talk to you about the one with Miss Brandy Williams. But right now, I'd like to talk to you about one that I'm going to be going to on this Sunday. Real talk drives real change, okay? Listen. When I get back, I cannot wait to go to this. It's going to be over off of Cullen, and we're going to be talking about financial freedom and a bunch of different things that have to do with small business owners and things of this nature. So I'm really excited to see who I'm going to meet in the room. I also want to find out how they got Chevrolet to sponsor this, because I'm going to be talking to somebody. So just know that I'm coming, and I'm definitely ready for that.
That's
All
a big
right.
sponsor.
You say what?
That's a big sponsor.
Oh, big, big, big. All right. So I'm going to stop that screen share. It's back to I'm just saying live, simply Tennille, and call me underscore ant, right? Did I get that right?
Call me underscore it. That'll be me.
Now, you know it's about that time. We got to get into some of these news topics, okay? So, are there any sports things that you would like to bring up for this weekend?
Mm. Well, I got my cap on, and of course they lost. And I don't want to say as usual, but man, it just you
For the
can't
people
win a
out
game.
there who couldn't see who's on that hat, go ahead and say it.
The Texans.
The Texans.
You can't win a game by just kicking field goals. But yeah, but the Cowboys won.
Yes, they did.
Cowboys won.
Yes, they did.
Yes, they won.
Let's hope it stays looking that way.
They did. They did good.
All right, so since this show is packed full of entertainment, education, and fashion, okay, he's got to go take that call. Fashion, we are going to get right into it because I have some news topics that I think you guys should know about. Now, let me say this. My grandmother used to always give us $2 bills back in the day, so everybody has this big misconception, that they're like a rare thing. Do you guys think that that's true? I would love for you to put it on your comments right now on Facebook. Do you think that people think that there's less $2 bills out there or a huge amount of $2 bills? Because I've got a little story that kind of goes around that. So right now, please take it to Facebook. I'm going to make sure that we're shared on all of our social media pages, and I want you guys to do exactly the same thing. So right now, take it to Facebook Live if you're not there, and go and place your comments so that we can see you in our feed, because I think that is going to be super cute. I know a lot of people's grandparents used to give away the $2 bills, and I had no idea that the misconception was that they were unlucky. Did your grandparents and family members and friends tell you that they were lucky or unlucky? So I'm going to give it a little bit of time, and I would love to see what you guys have to say about that. I'm checking the comments right now. So let me know, let me know, let me know. I am going to also share this like I told you. Let's see what we got here. I need the link. All right. So I know that there's a common misconception that the $2 bill I thought the African Americans thought it was lucky for the $2 bill.
It was.
Oh no. White America says that people didn't give them out because they were superstitiously bad. Mm. That is so funny how the different cultures take completely opposite ends of the spectrum.
Right.
So we thought that if we had it, that meant we had it in our wallets or in our whatever possession, at least one of them, that we were going to make, get more money.
Yes. I mean,
they're the opposite. They're exactly the opposite.
They were rare, like a rare coin.
Right. So that's what I just asked everybody. Did you think it was rare, or did you think that they produced just as many? Because 200 million $2 bills were just printed out this year. See, so really they're not that scarce. People just don't get them because they think that they're bad luck.
But they just started producing it. But you got to remember back
in
the 80s, 70s, and 60s.
They've been doing it.
It wasn't that many of them.
They've been doing it. We just thought that there weren't that many. We thought that they were special because that's what our family members told us.
Let's ask Aunt Alice.
I asked everybody. I asked them. We're waiting for them to comment. You need
Aunt
to
Alice,
get online. And you need to make sure you share and tell everybody. Oh, you know what? I probably need to send you let me grab my phone. I probably need to send you the link. But that was our first topic, and now we're going to get on with what else you need to know to get on with your day. Storms have wreaked havoc. There are 3 powerful storms that are wreaking havoc around the world. And so they're prompting officials to say that you guys need to be careful. You know that hurricane season.
You better start stocking up.
Hey, that part. You better make sure that you know what's going on, because we don't want everybody to get slammed with these storms, because they're in Puerto Rico, they are talking about this one compares to Hurricane Maria that was way back in 2017. They've got like typhoon wind storms and all kinds of stuff going on.
The East Coast getting slammed with a storm coming up right now on the way. But at the same time, you make sure you got your generator, a lot of water, and if you don't have an air mattress, get you about one or two because your family members coming over.
If you're the house, if you are the house that doesn't get hit by the storms, it's bad. Always have those extra things around just in case, the extras show up. Put your cans, your sodas out in the garage because people going to need, that stress reliever. Make sure you got water. Make sure you got your generator. Make sure you got gas for that generator,
Yes.
because if you have to get out in the storm, it's kind of defeating the purpose of you being the safe haven, okay?
Right. Y'all can just sit up in the house and cook over open fire or, hey, barbecue that food.
Oh yeah, if your deep freezer goes out, a lot of people don't even have a deep freezer. That may be something that if you have the money right now that you want to look into getting into. I'm just over here trying to share this. Don't think that I'm not paying attention.
But it's always good to have, backup. And if you can, get you a little generator. A little refrigerator, deep freezer. It don't have to be big. Just something, good enough for you.
Not for you, but for extras just in case, your family.
Yourself. Yeah, because like I say, they coming over. If you in that household, they are coming over to your house.
They gonna come.
And baby, when they come,
you better be prepared.
Uno, dominoes, spades, all kind of board games and laughing, little drinking. Hey, we're gonna turn this storm into a party and just do your thing.
Alrighty, so I am copying the link so that I can send this out right now. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's also talk about this. I don't know if you've been getting phone calls, but I have in regards to your opinion on immigration. People are definitely trying to see where people stand right now. We have a record number of African Americans who have actually entered races this year. What do you think about that, Anthony? The African Americans joining the political sides of things, and then we're going to get into this immigration and maybe how they feel.
They doing political science for what?
So every one of the sets, so in all different categories, this is our first year having the most African Americans in races across the board. So it's not specific to one certain thing, not just judges, not just whatever. All across the board, this is the highest number of African Americans that we have had enter into races. Period.
It's a plus.
What do you think? You think that's plus?
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
Do you
It's a
think
good
that
look.
their heads are in the right place, or do they see weakness and they're going for it? And I need you to talk long.
I don't.
All this yes and no.
I don't know if maybe let's just say their heart. We hope and pray that their heart is in the right place, because at the same time, when you get put in these spots in office, we need you not to forget where you came from or the color of your skin.
When you get there.
Yeah,
I'm definitely with that.
How many women did we just elect down here in Houston? African American women. What was it, 12 or 10? And to our
12
knowledge,
or 10.
10 to 12.
Okay, thank you.
Men numbers go backwards.
Not men. It has nothing to do with men. It is just you. Okay? It is just, I'm just saying. Go on. Lord. Okay.
10 to 12.
Thank you.
But at the same time, they're down there to our knowledge doing their job, standing up and making the right choices. And even the cops, the firefighters, all of them. But just don't forget where you came from. And if you can, get back to the community, but you got to start with your own household first. Teach them. And then if you can get back to the community, do that. But let everybody know, hey, education, get in office, and that way, hey, we'll have another black president, we'll have another black mayor, governor, or whatever.
So now that we have this representation, whether you win or lose, just make sure that when you're out there, you are doing the work. Make sure before you enter into these races that you have already done work in the community, because people look at things like that, or I do. Let me say that, because I'm going to definitely try to see what you've done in the past. You can't just be jumping out there and thinking that voila magic, I'm going to get on this platform just because I have the credentials, but you've not done any community work. We're all about community service and giving back to children and making those areas that raised us great. Okay. What we heard the argument this weekend about making America great again.
Oh, yes.
And it just depends on, some people, have taken on the mindset that there was a better time. I think that the future still holds America's best time. Let me say that. we have a lot to work on. So right now, while we're talking about a lot to work on, and we're talking about inclusion and all of these things, let's move on to immigration. Right now, U.S. Customs and Border Protection encounters along the U.S.-Mexican border. How many people do you think have tried so far this year to get across the border?
What? Hundreds of thousands.
Hundreds of thousands tried. 2 million people have been. 2 million. Okay.
This year.
Then
you're not even up. What's this? The ninth month?
I don't think that people really understand, these numbers. In 2022, 2 million people so far this year.
9 months.
Okay. This is new data. I love sharing stuff like this with you guys. Can you believe it? 2 million people have tried to come across the border.
I was nowhere close.
They're coming mostly from Venezuela, Nicaragua, and Cuba.
It must be really bad over there in those countries.
They just want to get to America. They want to live the American dream.
They want to make America great again?
You know what? I'm not playing with you. I'm not playing with you. The Republicans are not trying to hear it. They have been down on Biden's administration. I'm not going to lie. I've been down on Biden's administration. I just kind of feel like it's very lackluster. There's no voila. No, what's happening that's extra special? Is there anything different? A lot of people are still looking for Kamala. A lot.
We just seen it.
Like, I know.
When they put all them immigrants at the front door on a porch.
They did put some immigrants at her front door. So what do you think about that? I don't think that there has ever, I'm trying to have people just dropped immigrants off at another vice president's home before. They dropped them off in this lady's front yard, y'all. In her front.
So you say you're going to take care of them, so here they go. Take care of them.
Here they are. They're here, and where did they go and pick them up? That's what I want to know.
How did they get to her house anyway? I thought it was like secured or something.
It should be, but it's not.
She's the vice president.
It's crazy. Some of the things that we always think are going on are not. People are not as well protected as what we think.
Oh my God. So.
That part, ladies and gentlemen, please remember that a lot of crazy things are going on right now. She had to deal with that. And I guess they're trying to say this is what you're wanting to allow into this country. This is what it would look like.
Yeah.
Are we for it or against it?
Are we for what? Which
immigration and allowing more immigrants to come here.
Well, I won't answer that because I'm going to say that it doesn't matter what the answer is. They still coming.
Okay. Yes, you're right.
They've been coming for how many years?
They're going to find a way.
Yeah.
To make their lives better. That's what you do when you have that grit,
Let's say when you know where you're going, it don't matter if you're blindfolded or not. Nobody can stop you because you're going.
You're going. That part. So, ladies and gentlemen, I also want to move on, and this is going to be our last topic before our special guest enters on. It's time to talk about these interest rates and things going up. I always want to talk about the money and our finances and how we can better suit ourselves to move into the future and to set our kids up for better things. So, financial markets are on edge as the Federal Reserve's 2-day policy meeting begins today. What are we going to do about these interest rates, Anthony? What do you think is a solution? Because we are a solutions driven show. What can people do to try to alleviate themselves from this interest rate? Because we went the other day to go purchase some hay for my horse. I'm just telling y'all this little story. And I remember a time when the round bills for the
50,
horses were, yeah, 50 to
$50.
$80, anywhere in between that range. They are double that now. Okay? They are double that. Just because people can charge that, and because we were talking about the farmers out there have chosen to take the money instead of doing the hard work that it takes to make these crops, to sow these fields, to fertilize this grass and do X, Y, and Z. So there's less of it out there, which causes inflation.
But can we blame them? I mean, lack of
we
rain,
cannot we cannot blame them.
because they got to take care of their family.
Right.
Now, to the interest rates, now what are we going to do about it? Um, People still, well, let me take that back. We feel as though we need certain things and we don't. Now, through the pandemic, it showed us we didn't need half the stuff we cried about, clothes, extra food. We didn't need half the stuff. We need alcohol. We need to go out. No, we were in the house. We were fine. But now, since the pandemic,
It's
everything
over
is
and has shifted. We are back out buying.
spinning,
We're back traveling. Everything is going on.
but they don't even have a job.
Well,
And some of them are working from home, but it just goes to show you that you didn't need a lot, but now you thinking you need it since the pandemic's supposedly be over. And like you
what you say
say,
is supposed to be over.
supposedly, and they out there just buying up everything. You know how many new cars we see out here every day?
Well, they have no choice. They have to try to get to work now, right?
What was wrong with the other car they had that smoked all the time?
You know what?
They were getting from A to B.
So listen, inflation is definitely and undoubtedly a major problem. So when we're talking about all those new African Americans who went and jumped on these platforms to become somebody's new what is it, city council representative, make sure that they have a plan for when it comes to inflation. These are things that we need to be looking at because it controls our life as a whole. We got to look on the front and the back side. You can't just keep letting people not be held accountable for things that are going on. And I invite any of you guys who are out there and you're on these platforms and you're really standing for not only yourself, but for the people. We would love to have you here at I'm Just Saying Live so that we can make sure that people know the right people to vote for. That's the only way they're going to get to know you is by being on platforms like this where the real people are.
Yes.
So if you'd like to be a part of I'm Just Saying Live and the conversation, all we need you to do is simply email us at I'm Just Saying Live at gmail.com. It's too easy. Also, you can follow me at simply.Tennille on Instagram.
Call me underscore Ant.
All right. Now, we were going to talk about the Mexican earthquake, but I believe that ours, let me make sure before I say this, it got real hectic when it came to the earthquake, and I know that there's a lot of other things. Let's see, two people, there we go. I need to make sure that we admit. All right, so I was just making sure that you guys know that there was an earthquake. Check on your people in Mexico. I am going to be talking just a little bit about Spanish Heritage Month, which is also this month that we're going to be celebrating. Hey Brandy, how you doing? If you could just twist that for us. There we go. There we go. Isn't she beautiful? How are you this morning? Now
I'm doing wonderful.
I invited an extra guy along, guys, because he said he wanted to get on the show, and I thought that this was the perfect time because she's having an event that's all about men. So I hope that these two guys have some questions for you after we talk about your upcoming event. So
Okay.
this is Miss Brandy Williams and Reginald Tucker, but we're going to dedicate it this time to Dr. Brandy Williams. I love the idea of you and this men's health, if you will. I think that it is not enough people pay attention to it and get it out there. And I saw that several of your speakers, have been on my show. So I'm very happy to have you. And I'll be glad to come out and support them. So let's jump right in. Tell everybody about what you have going on.
Okay, so this Saturday, September 24th, we are having a Men in Medicine Health and Wellness Clinic. So we CareRx just wanted to give back to the community and give back to the male population. We know that sometimes they go unnoticed or unheard, and they don't really get informed on their own about their health. So we wanted to assist them with that and just bring out some speakers who specialize in different areas of medicine regarding to men's health as it relates to men's health, like prostate cancer, stomach cancer, and some other disease states, diabetes, high blood pressure, that really affect the male population, and if unnoticed can be detrimental. So we want to help them to start being aware, so just bringing awareness.
So let's talk about what your specialty is and why you decided to get into this.
So I'm a pharmacist. I graduated from Texas Southern College of Pharmacy and Health Science in 2007. So I've been practicing for about 15 years. I own a pharmacy, We CareRx Pharmacy, and being an owner in pharmacy kind of gives me the ability to go into different areas of pharmacy. So we specialize in compounding, where we're able to take an active pharmaceutical ingredient and make it into whatever dosage form that's benefiting for the patient, and to tailor the concentration of that active as well to get the correct dose for the patient, because everyone's body is different. And so with that, since I'm able to kind of just tailor for different patients, I kind of got into men's health because hormonal imbalance is big in both men and women. And so once you start peaking to a certain age, and some people suffer with it at a younger age, but so I do a lot of hormone therapy. So just wanted to give back and reach out to the men to let them know and make them aware and let them know that they're not alone, that there are other men, and this is how, who have dealt with this, and this is how they helped or resolved the issue.
Now, it is also self care month we were talking about. And how do you suggest to the women out there who have a hard time getting people, to go to the doctor, this part right here? What do you suggest to women who are out there kind of struggling and trying to get men to go to the doctor because they've heard all these scary stories to even get to go to your pharmacy? Before they can even get the medication, we've got to get them to the doctor.
Right. That's a hard one. I don't know how you're going to deal with that. You can probably give everybody some tips on that. I think every woman wants to know how to get them to the doctor. But I would just say awareness. So if we increase awareness, I believe a lot of the reason why men don't go to the doctor is out of fear. They don't want to go and hear this or that, and every people relate going to the doctor with you having some type of illness. But I just feel like it's being proactive so that you can maintain your health, and even getting them involved with health and wellness events or health and wellness organizations. And there are some clinics and some physicians that specialize in health and wellness. So it's not, they're giving you the vitamins and the things necessary that your body already produced, to just because sometimes the body doesn't produce enough of it, and then that can cause these disease states. So just helping you maintain what your body already does and produces naturally. So I think getting them involved in something like that first, or getting them hooked up with the clinic and that specializes in health and wellness, would kind of help in the long run of them getting comfortable with the physician or getting comfortable with the pharmacist, so that they can be proactive in maintaining their health.
Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pop up your flyer. We're going to talk about some of the guests that you've invited to speak real quick. Let me see. Let me make sure that I get this up here. We're going to talk about some of the people that maybe you could tell us maybe why one or two of them, and then we're going to let the guys, why you decided to choose one or two of them, and then the guys can ask you some questions. All right, so here's the flyer, ladies and gentlemen. We are up, up, up. Now, let me see who stands out. Okay, Mr. Rogers stands out. And definitely Max Bozeman. He is a really great story,
Really good
ladies and gentlemen,
story.
about overcoming. So tell us a little bit about why you chose some of these guys.
Well, yeah, just to piggyback off of what you just said, Mr. Bozeman does have a very remarkable story about overcoming cancer. And just hearing that, hearing his story and hearing him speak to other men because they may be suffering from it, as we all suffer from things and we suffer in silence, thinking that it's something to be ashamed about, to be sad about, or thinking that no one else is going through it because we don't openly speak about it. But it helps to hear someone else's story, and it helps to know that you're not alone. And if they did it, if you can see a person who overcame some things that the doctor said they would not be able to overcome, then that gives you hope, and everything starts in the mind.
Right.
So
So you know
once
that a
you're
diagnosis is not a death sentence, you know.
Yes, exactly. So we just want to let people hear his story and get his story out there to bring awareness to the public. And then we have Dr. Rodney Hunter, who is a good friend of mine. He's actually a clinical pharmacist. He graduated from Texas Southern with me. We were in the class, study mates and everything. And he specializes in cancer. So he's an oncology pharmacist. And he got his training, he got his fellow at MD Anderson here in Houston. And then he went on to work with MD Anderson as well as work for Memorial Hermann in their cancer centers. So he knows a lot about both sides of treating cancer, what type of treatments are out there for it, and how to speak with your doctor on that treatment, because a lot of times patients go in there and the doctors are just kind of going over their head with information, and they don't even know where to begin or how to break that information down. So just having someone who can speak to both sides of it. And so that was one of the reasons that we chose him, and just having a panel of physicians mixed with pharmacists who can give you both scopes of helping you to tailor your treatment.
Okay, we're gonna let the guys take it away. So let's ask a question. Either one of you just jump right in as to this platform. Do you think it's good? Something, just whatever y'all want to do. I'm gonna let y'all have it.
Go ahead, Mr. Tucker.
Yeah, I actually do have a question. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So given I'm a very busy guy, and I know that I'm one that needs to take more initiative as far as getting to the doctor more often. Um, but are there any tools, and given this age of technology, because I'm in the tech field, are there any tools that you're aware of that doctors are using to facilitate, guys like me, myself, that are busy, being able to take that time out or go to the doctor, or at least talk to a doctor about how they're feeling about certain things, or just kind of bounce out ideas of what to, maybe look at or look for, just to have those conversations. Are there any tools out there that could kind of facilitate that?
Well, yes. Of course, with the age of technology, a lot of physicians are doing virtual exams or virtual consultations, and insurance companies are actually coming around to paying for that, especially since we're coming out of this pandemic where that was the only option, was to do virtual. So I know there is a platform that Dr. Tisha Rowe, she's a family medicine practitioner, and she has a platform called Rodocs. It's WOREDOCS. And that's a completely virtual platform. She also has a clinic right in the heart of Third Ward if you actually needed to physically go in. And then there's another physician, Dr. Marcel Thompson. He specializes in health and wellness for the male population as well as female population. And he's located here in Houston, right off of Bel Air. I don't have the exact details for his program, but I can send that over later, and they can connect you with him.
Thank you.
All right, let me see. First, I like to say I am in agreement about men not wanting to go to the doctor, because we're never really taught that at a young age that, hey, you need to go get your wellness check or a checkup. Or only time we normally go to a doctor and is, like you say, if our arm is falling off or if it's for a physical exam, because we're playing sports. And outside of that, we're not taught by our fathers that we need to have these type of checkups until our parent or our father actually gets it of age around 50 or 60. Then they start telling you, hey, you need to go get your checkup. You need to go get your checkup. But now here we are, 35, 40 years old, and you telling us this now. It's like, yeah, okay, I get to it one day. I get to it. So we need to be, I'm gonna say, more proactive with our
I
kids.
think what he's trying to say is that everybody out there needs to start making good habits when it comes to going to the doctor, because if your kids are used to it at a young age,
Yes,
then they
Mhm.
they'll be more apt to continue going in their adulthood.
and it
I
is
agree.
listening to your wife or whomever about you need to go. And that's why I got my
I
shirt on today.
agree.
The best dad ever.
He's
Yes,
definitely got his kids going to the doctor.
I'm starting.
that's
I'm starting
good.
today. Get my checkup or whatever they need, blood work or oh Lord, pray for
Yes.
me.
Yes, yes, that's good. That's a good start because it does start at home and it does start when you're young. Because these are things that you have to begin to be in a habit. If you've never seen your father go to the doctor and he's lived to be 60 or 65, then
80
why do
years
I
old.
need to go? It worked for him, so why do I need to go? So that's good that you're starting young. And this event is for men of all ages. We encourage men of all ages to come out, women as well, but young men so that they can begin to create that awareness and maybe it may even spark something in them seeing these men on this platform, and maybe might even spark their interest in medicine. If we're not exposed to things, we can only know or do or chase after or aspire to do what we've seen. So
Right.
that's why representation matters. So thank you, Dad, for being the best dad ever in taking care of your health so that your kids won't have to suffer through some of the same things that your family may have suffered with, because they'll be ahead of it. They'll be a stage ahead of it. Just like diabetes, it can, if you're proactive, if you know that it runs in the family, you can be proactive in managing that so that that doesn't have to be your story.
Yes.
Right. So if y'all did not hear her clearly, it is time to get out, bring your kids out so that they can see these amazing men, hear their amazing stories, and also meet her and maybe go and use her Care RX pharmacy. How about that? For all your
Yes.
needs when it comes to that, because she's out there in the community and trying to do something good. This is exactly what we were talking about earlier. Those people who are basically giving back and making sure that we know that we need to do certain things
Right.
for our future. So we really applaud you for doing this. Thank you so very much. Tell us again where the event's going to be, where they can follow you on social media, date and time.
Yes. So the event is this Saturday, September 24th. It starts at 12 noon. It'll last until about 4 p.m. And you can find more information about that on social media. You can check out mywecarerx.com on that's our website, www.mywecarerx.com. Our Instagram tag is mywecarerx, as well as Dr. B. Williams on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. You can find us on those platforms. And we'd love to see you come out this Saturday. It's a free event, and there will be vendors, there will be interactive things going on where you can learn about health and fitness. There'll be some fitness coaches there. So we look forward to having a good time with you this Saturday. So come on out.
Okay, and self care is not just going to the gym and getting a haircut, guys. Okay, look,
No.
it is not just those two things. I was gonna say something else, but we're gonna leave that for another day because she been real nice. Look, Tucker, is there any other questions that you would have for her?
Um, no, no, not really. No. She actually asked her one of the questions, so and it's been nice to meet you, Dr. Williams. Hopefully see you soon, and take care and good luck.
All
See,
right. Thank you
thank
so very
you.
much for coming on. I'm just saying live today. Remember us every single time when you have one of these fabulous events. We know that it's going to be phenomenal, and we will see you soon. Thank you so much, Dr. Brandy Williams.
Yes, thank you for having me. It was wonderful. It was a pleasure meeting you, and I hope to see you all this Saturday.
All right, everybody. We can't wait to see you this Saturday when we're going to be talking health and wellness with Dr. Brandy and all her special guests. All righty. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Okay, bye
Bye bye.
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 All right, ladies and gentlemen. So you know this. Did you like that, Anthony? You're
It
looking
was
at me
good. It
long.
was good.
You know.
It was
Okay.
good.
Well, great.
Get my checkup or my blood count or what blood. What is it?
He
Blood work.
he tried to hurry up and make an appointment today,
I did
so
not.
because he knew I was gonna be on him after this. Today,
Hey, look,
okay.
you got hey, don't feel
Actually,
bad,
I
bro.
made it, but it's okay. He gonna carry his butt to the
There you
doctor.
go. There you go. There you go.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to introduce you to Mr. Reginald Tucker. I forgot to ask him what he wanted to be called on air, so you could tell them and you can tell them where they can follow you on
Coach
social
Tucker.
media.
Coach Tucker.
Why you gotta be a coach on here?
He's always a coach.
You know what?
Go ahead.
Always
Go
a coach.
ahead.
And okay, so tell everybody where they can follow you on social media.
Social media, I'm on Instagram. Not a big player, but my daughter, I have another page that we push. So, but at Tuck underscore ATL. Sorry.
Okay,
Uh,
Tuck underscore ATL. See, that was
yeah,
real
yes.
easy and simple. That was all you had to say from the beginning. Look
Yeah,
at me.
yeah. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I just have to
Okay,
let everybody
so
know. Like I'm not very fun, but I do provide a lot of good information.
okay,
So
so here's the next thing that I want you to do because people are just now getting to know you and we want to, chat it up with you because I love
okay.
doing small business highlights and all of this. I always am catching up to Houston. That's what we just did. So tell us a little bit about what it is you do and what you offer the community because I know you got a little website you're gonna put out there. Let's do that too. Okay.
So one of the things that my wife and I we have a business centered around family and basically being in our kids basically. And so it's AvaRurieCloset.com. You can follow her at Little Miss Ava Marie, little underscore Miss underscore Ava underscore Marie.
Now, see, we've got two good
Um,
dads on here. He out here promoting his daughter already, and y'all, she's a little cutie, little tiny thing too. Um, we got to meet her. We got to meet her over the weekend, so I thought that was amazing. So, I just want to applaud all the dads, and I think that this is great for self care because that teaches the kids to love themselves later. You know, when you have that fatherly love. So we talked. We okay. So what's on this website?
so it's basically clothing for everyone, everyone in the family, and it's kind of a new style. It's more hip with our family twist on it. So there are a lot of sayings and things like
Slogan
that.
tees is what I like to call them. I like to call them
Slogan
slogan
teas,
tees.
slogan teas,
So,
but
ladies and
also
gentlemen,
some
I'm always
design.
trying to promote people and everything that they have going on if they allow me because I'm trying to tell y'all where to go spend your dollar. Okay, go on over to the page, check it out. I'm sure that you'll love it. You can get connected to that through his Tuck underscore ATL on Instagram page. And now we're gonna keep on moving because I want to hear how he talks about some of these topics, okay? Because we've got some entertainment news coming up. Anthony found some picture of an alligator that he sent me. It was crazy. I was like, but then he sent it, couldn't send it to me. So what? Why you keep looking like that? What's going on with you?
Do he cater to men and women in
Who?
clothing?
He does.
Yes,
He does.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you had a question, why you didn't just ask it?
You were talking. I didn't want to be rude.
You got to be rude. It's a show. You got to let them know what you're thinking out there.
Yes, it's men, women,
Kids. Okay.
kids. So yeah, and it's all different seasons. So we have hoodies coming. We're running a new line of hoodies coming up, and so those are actually most popular our
Yeah.
hoodies. And,
The kids
and
love
things
the
like that.
hoodies.
Yeah, so
All of them.
All right. So up first, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be talking about National Hispanic Heritage Month. Okay. Now they done gave all of us a month. They didn't just threw us wherever they want to. But there are some specific reasons as to why, this is their month. Do you know any of those? Don't be trying to read it real fast.
The Alamo?
He trying to read it real.
The Alamo? Is it about the Alamo?
So when I went to visit the Dominican Republic, I saw all these pictures of Christopher Columbus.
Who is he?
Did you know that you're so stupid? Did you know that supposedly he settled these other countries as well? You did know that?
No,
No.
I did. I know they say he actually landed on Plymouth Rock.
Okay, he landed a lot of places.
Yeah.
Clearly, he was an
Oh,
explorer.
yeah, in the Caribbean, I remember him talking about
Okay,
that.
so we're going to celebrate together. Each year, Americans observe National Hispanic Heritage Month from September 15th through October 15th. They just missed my birthday by a little bit. Remember, my birthday is coming, ladies and gentlemen, and you're welcome to send me whatever you like, okay? By celebrating the histories, cultures, and contributions of American citizens whose ancestors came from Spain, Mexico, the Caribbean, and Central and South America.
Okay.
Okay, all included. Anything you have to say about that, Mr. Thomas?
Yeah, everybody trying to move around.
You know what? You can't be bringing up that the people trying to leave these different areas.
No, it's just
You got Tuck over there laughing. Tuck, you supposed to be saying something positive too.
that was
So,
positive.
okay, I guess that was.
I mean, I'm not Hispanic.
How do
I
you know?
understand.
How do you know?
Well, I don't know. I might,
Right.
I don't know.
None of
Look,
us know, so
I'll
I
tell you
believe
this.
in celebrating everybody because
You know
when I
what's
did
funny?
my 23 and me, I was so when it put that Asian up in there, I was like, wait, where the
Oh,
who
I see
was
it. I see
that?
it. It's an eye. I see the
Yeah,
Asian.
okay,
He
It's an
gotcha.
said-
eye.
You're like, I can see it, I can see it.
I see. I see it.
she got slanted eyes or
Look,
shifty eyes.
You know what?
she got them low. They just low. They
They
low.
low.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
They low. They
Okay,
low.
so the day of September
They
the
tap.
15th is significant because of its anniversary of independence for Latin American countries Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, and Nicaragua. Remember, we're the best in edutainment, period, and this is why. These are all those things that you think that you know, but you don't really know. And so when you're in mixed company and you have nothing to talk about, here's some of them little facts you can pull up and look smart at while you're fixing your coffee in the lunchroom.
Mm.
You
So
know,
they all wanted to leave and come to the United States.
you know what? Stop talking about they wanted to
No,
leave.
no, it's a good thing, not a bad thing.
This is their heritage.
Yeah, so as they came over, we learned they brought what? The
They
fruit.
brought and their culture. That's why you
Right.
Right. So we
you
learned
have
a lot.
Tex-Mex and
Right.
yeah,
So
you have
they're
a lot of different cuisines and
yeah.
culture and yeah, all of that coming
And
over.
their food is great.
Dia de
It's
la
great,
Raza is
excellent.
what they call their Columbus Day. I like that. Dia de la Raza.
Mm.
I'm getting good at that, rolling them R's, right? That's October the 12th. Okay. So y'all can
Shout out to all the Hispanic people celebrating National Hispanic Heritage Month.
congratulations to y'all.
Yeah.
Here we are with our entertainment news, and up first, we got Brad Pitt. Are you a fan of Brad Pitt?
I love all his movies.
Yes, that's Brad looking weird as to the right, okay? Weird AF.
Oh, that's it.
That's Brad Pitt. He's there.
Wow.
He's doing something new, ladies and gentlemen.
Art
He is
gallery?
now sculpting art. What do y'all think about those pieces in that picture? They a little weird.
Is this a thigh?
It is a thigh.
Oh my god.
I'm most concerned about how he's dressed. I mean,
You
like the
know,
art cool and everything, but like, what you doing?
what
Like,
you
oh,
say?
they
What?
must have caught him working. They must have caught him working. They probably came in there. He was actually working on a piece or something. Maybe. I don't know.
No, when you have that type of money, you don't care what you put on. You just throw things
I'm
on.
just saying. He put it on. He said, I'm getting this picture. He probably didn't know it was going to travel this far, but here you are, Brad Pitt, and you are on entertainment news. I'm just saying,
Not
live,
caring.
looking
Nothing wrong
extra
with that.
crazy on the internet. But it's okay. We love some
Yeah.
Brad Pitt. He's always been very nice looking. He ain't got to show out for nobody.
You know what's funny about this picture? If you go from left to right, the dressing gets worse.
You're right. It gradually breaks down.
Yeah, all right.
Up
That is
next,
funny.
ladies and gentlemen, Barbie celebrates 60 years and they have a new movie coming out. Are we here for it or not?
Barbie?
Barbie. Look
remember-
at her and Ken in their matching outfits.
I remember
This is
Barbed
this
Wire.
year. This is this year.
Huh?
Isn't
Barbie
that dude
and
an
Ken.
actor or something? What's his name?
I can't remember his name. I should probably pull up both of their names right now because they are very famous actors.
They are?
Actresses. Yes.
Mm,
Let's see.
I don't know either one.
Ryan I thought his name was Ryan.
Not Ryan
I
Reynolds.
don't know. I just know he he plays in a lot of those bro
It's
movies.
Ryan Gosling and
Gotcha.
Margot Robbie. I think that they are perfect for these characters. It looks funny. I'm probably gonna watch it just to see so I can tell y'all about it when it comes time for movie scoop. In this picture, they even had matching highlighter skates, rollerblades.
It reminds me of Baywatch from the 80s.
Okay, well whatever. This is Barbie and Ken 2022. Out. I'm sure they're in Cali. I'm
Uh,
sure the kids will like it. If nobody else likes it, the little girls will like it.
it's comical.
It looks like it. He's smiling there. We'll see. Hasn't come out yet.
You tell me about it.
I'll definitely.
I wonder how they're gonna like write in their personalities because like in the commercials, it just seems like Barbie's a blonde hair kid. So
You think
so
Barbie was
hopefully,
snooty? I don't think she was snooty because she
Yes, she
always had
was.
friends over. Hold on. She always had friends over at her house. That's why she had a big house.
yeah,
She had them
yeah.
riding in her truck with her. She was a party girl. I don't think that
She
Barbie.
just right. That's what I'm saying. I think she was a typical LA girl.
Yes.
No, she
Right.
was a typical girl, wanted friends that only did what she said do. You seen Toy Story?
You didn't say I'm just saying after
I'm
that.
just saying. We watched Toy Story. We seen how she act in Toy Story.
She was running everything because she had the money.
Well,
She's used to
and
having
that's
money.
what I'm saying. I
Exactly.
wonder if how they're gonna write in her personality for the movie. So that'll be the interesting part for me.
So it sounds like everybody, we are looking forward to this. So we'll see.
She's gonna be a rich jerk brat.
Okay, here we go. Now, Miss Erica Banks. Okay, she is a Houston rapper
You know
and
what?
she's got everybody talking this morning. Okay, she said that when she goes out to the club and to different events, she don't want no skinny girls with her. Okay, none. You can't do it. If you skinny, you out.
She got the
Okay,
baby hair.
she went and got a BBL. I'm just gonna say that she does have baby hair. That baby hair is definitely not skinny.
You
Listen,
saying nothing about it?
it's not skinny. She went and got her body done. Now, before Erica Banks, we know in stature, she's a small girl. She never was really, all that, skinny, if you will, but she has had body work done now. Do we feel like she has the right to be saying skinny girls can't come with her? I'm down for it if that's what you want to feel and that's how you want to say. But ladies, stop badgering people because they decided to promote themselves. If she feel like she thick and she want thick girls around her, that's her prerogative. If you skinny, own it. I own mine.
Is she slim thick?
She's
Nah, that ain't what it is. She just want to make sure she looking the best out of all of them. That's all that is. She
okay.
makes sure she ain't got no competition, you know.
She's a
And
rapper, 1501 certified.
1501. So yeah, so she stand out. She want to be the center of attention.
That makes a lot of sense because a lot of times, people are down in you or downplaying what you got going on because why? They think
They
that
try.
you're gonna outshine them and they
Yeah,
don't want you to outshine them. So we have seen though, we've been seeing these new pictures of the Kardashians and this, that, and the other. Have y'all noticed people are slimming up? We might be going back
oh
to
yeah.
a time. We might be going back to a time where the thin girls is winning. So y'all better watch out. Keep looking. I'm just saying.
You gonna be in the pictures?
Am I gonna be in the pictures? You're not gonna let me post no pictures. You're gonna be acting funny.
Sometimes.
I'm gonna show. I was about to tell a story, but I'm gonna leave it alone. So anyway, ladies, I'm gonna tell you, celebrate whoever you are, and make sure your friends are your friends. Because if you show up to the club and your friends say you too skinny, you can't roll with her. You can't sit in the section because you skinny.
That means you
That
look
ain't your
better.
friend,
You
boo.
look better than them.
It ain't your friend.
Exactly.
It
And they
ain't your friend.
jealous with they fat ass.
All right, you
I'm
know
just
that.
saying.
You know that ain't no good comment. I'm just saying. All right, so every week, we're introducing Tuck to the show. So every single week, we like to do an affirmation. But lately, I have changed them. Last week, we talked about you got to be better to receive better. You got to, up your game, right?
It's true.
So
It's true.
this week, I'm gonna say that the next thing that I think that you should live by, and I did it all week. Let's talk about that though first.
Did you?
All week, I, was trying to put myself in better situations. I was getting on those webinars that I normally like to just scroll past, to try to get myself in a better place or hear what's out there that I may not be thinking about. So I did that all week. I was trying to be better so that I could receive more, because I always want to receive more. Not that I'm not a phenomenal person, but Next, I'm trying to teach you how to be one too. Next, do the hard stuff first is what we're going to try to attain this week. If you're one of those people who know that you like to procrastinate on certain things because they're hard for you, put them at the top of your list. Get them done first. So all you have to do is knock out those easy things later. So I'm going to go to Tucker here. Listen, what's something that you really, really, kind of don't like to do, even though, it's a responsibility of yours, if you will?
Where do I start?
He said, "Where do you
Raising
start?"
these, yeah, raising these kids. I just put that.
You got a list.
He said raising these kids. You can't put that last. You can't put that down. I know that though, let's be honest about this. If we're honest about this,
It's
because
not
this is
easy.
what I'm just saying, we know it's not easy. And second of all, it is very easy for parents, if they know the other parents is going to pick up the piece, they do. Some of them, they can drop by the wayside. Now, we're good about sharing responsibilities, but sometimes I'll be like, if this man don't take these kids to practice, we're going to fight. I need a break, So I get that. That's a very honest answer. What's another thing that you have?
I think sometimes for me, I I work corporate, so a lot of times I have to organize a lot of different groups just to get things done.
Okay.
Right, so I have to text a lot of people and get them on the same page, and sometimes certain groups are uh, annoying to deal with. So I kind of drag my feet and bring them in only when I need to, for real, for real.
So but you get it done.
Yeah, we get it done. I don't need them to hold. I get them for what I need them for. You know what I mean? Like, and you got to build relationships. So I got a couple of people now that I can say, hey, do this for me, or I need this done. So,
Okay.
you know.
Okay.
So other
Anything
than
else?
that, yeah, I mean, all the time. I got to get my car fixed. You procrastinate on. It's certain
Especially if
things
you have another vehicle, it just be sitting out there towing.
But like, hey, let me ride this other one.
We've
Oh,
been
But going
needing a
about my
paint
truck
job on the
too.
front of that Yukon for several years. I'm about to embarrass him right now. We've been needing a paint job for several years. People talk about us, but it's easy to find in parking lots. Look.
hey, it get us from point A to point B. There ain't nothing wrong with that paint. And she right. It's been about 5 years. I said I'm gonna paint it. I'm gonna paint it, and it still hasn't got painted yet.
But we take care of priority things. It's just
Right?
things like that. It's just like, I get to it.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know. And
Right.
so
So
I
Anthony, what are your hard things? What do you think you need to work on first?
Washing dishes.
We have so many arguments about washing dishes. Like we don't really have like the normal couple arguments, but if I'm gonna cook every day because I like to cook every day, I need a clean kitchen when I go in there. I do not want to have to because by the time I finish getting the dishes together and my favorite pot clean, I'm tired and I don't want to cook no more. Like it just whittled me down and I'm in there like washing and trying to do it all at the same time. So, ladies and gents, whoever cooks, the other person should do the dishes, or they should at least tell their 10-year-old kids to do the dishes or put them in the dishwasher or something. There are so many options, but this man right here, oh, he is not doing that.
I used to couldn't. I used to couldn't stand a dishwasher. I said run too long. It's gonna run the bill up. Never use it. And I'd had them in a couple homes and apartment. And now it's like I'm tired when I get back. I want to rest. I tell the kids sometimes, but 90% of the time, them dishes being out like, man, look, let me rinse them and put them in the dishwasher and just let it run. Forget it. Let it run.
So here's the thing though. When we're talking about do the hard stuff first, that means as soon as you come in, just get it done.
It's
Or
hard.
do it before you go to sleep.
It's hard because you shower, then you want to sit up under your wife, spend time
oh,
with your wife, spend time with your kids, make sure everybody's getting a adequate amount of time,
yeah.
and then you got your dog that you spend
You know
time with.
what? You always
So
talk about
I
this.
don't want to cheat nobody. I don't want to cheat nobody. Now It's 9:30, 10 o'clock, and you like, damn, I got to do the dishes.
Y'all know it is definitely getting to top of the hour, so we gotta keep pushing this man right here.
But I
It,
get them done.
it's time for our movie scoop. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. You
Let's see
know
what we
that
got
we
here.
now have The Little Mermaid. Now, we have not seen this one yet, so we're not going to completely talk about it, but we're going to talk about feelings in regards because Tuck got a little girl. How do we feel about little Miss being an African American Little Mermaid? Because everybody's been talking about this, and I was gonna skip over it until time for me to actually till I see it. But what do we think about this cast selection? Because when I first heard that it was her, I met her at the NFL Women's Summit. She
Okay.
is a wonderful little girl, and or not so little anymore, but at the time she was a lot younger. Her and her sister were both
Mm-hmm.
there. I was able to meet one of the parental units, if you will, and it seemed like she had a really great head on her shoulders. So I used to love Ariel as a little girl. So this made a lot of sense for me when it came to it. But what do you guys have to think about it? Yay! Okay, all right. Uh,
More black
girl,
movies.
dad. He has a son too as well. We're not
Man,
trying to slight him, but we don't have any girls around here, so we're gonna eat this up over here.
I'm gonna be honest. I really, it don't really matter to me. Only thing I would say is instead of having it the Little Mermaid, like just create something else. Like so, people want the only reason it's an upward is because you actually replace the original with a black
Very
character,
true.
which ain't nothing wrong with that. So in order to alleviate that, just create something new. You don't have to try to be that. You know what I'm saying? And
Well,
that's all.
here's the thing, the classics make the big money, and so with Disney, rehashing stuff is a big thing. So if the representation stays as it was, there's no progression really.
I mean, but you could have created a spin-off of it. You could have created
She
a
had a
new
black
character
cousin too.
within it.
Did
Yeah,
she
a
have a
black,
black
yeah,
cousin?
yeah, a black person, of the mermaid crew. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Well, however
Okay.
they go, you know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
that's my only thing. But other than that, no
So he
problem.
doesn't like that they replaced. So I can definitely say that's agreeable. They should have come up with something new because she's phenomenal. She can sing. She can do whatever. So and I'm sure that there's plenty of writers out there submitting new stories to Disney every single day.
Well, let me say this. So I understand where both of y'all are coming from, but my opinion, I'm just saying that
Mhm.
mainstream would be like for little girls, it'd be the Little Mermaid, Cinderella,
Right. So we've
Rapunzel,
got
all that.
Jasmine. We've got all of the different
So when the little girls,
princesses.
correct. So when the little girls go into the store, most of these princesses are, you know, Caucasian princesses.
And when we talk about it, until now, Anthony, there was one that represented each thing. Because remember, there's a Creole one. What's the black princess's name? The one, the oh
The one
God,
from New Orleans.
yes.
Oh, I don't remember her name, but
So there
yes.
was representation on all parts. So I understand what Tucker is saying. So now we have an added African American.
Yeah. So now when your daughter or anybody's younger child goes in the store, they have the
Speaking of your dog,
they have the opportunity to see, you know, this little African American doll for Little Mermaid or Cinderella and so forth. Because right now when our children look at TV, not only the daughters, our sons, most of the stuff is, the opposite race, and it's
so
it's kind of like I'm not gonna say it's not bad, but it's more uplifting when you're as a child you can see, oh okay, we the same skin tone, my people,
we
and
watched a bunch of the little reaction videos of little girls watching it, and they seemed very excited for it.
yes,
I'm gonna tell you, I'm
Oh,
here
that's good.
for it. I can't wait to
Yeah.
hear what she does with the songs. I think
it's
she's
inspirational.
beautiful. Can't wait.
It's
So,
inspirational for uplifting for them to be able to see that.
all right, ladies and gentlemen.
Geppetto.
The name of the movie is Pinocchio. Now, y'all see that I did kids' movies on this week. I normally do grown folks' movies, but this week, Tuck's face when it comes to these Disney movies is just like, look,
I
I ain't here
just,
for
I
none
don't
of
rock with Disney like that no more, man. They got, man,
You got
you
kids. You got to
know,
sit there. Hey, your kids love it
I
when you
decided.
sit there with them.
Right. So
They
I
love that.
I heard that this was coming out, but what I first saw was that there is an African American character in this as well. I'm here for the black jobs for the actors and actresses. Okay. So
Go ahead.
I was definitely here for it. I was looking
hey,
for it. You gotta go.
no,
Oh,
no. Real talk. My cousin, she actually works for Disney, so I didn't
okay.
even name that because I can do all that. But I actually have a cousin that works for Disney as an actress. So you
Okay.
know,
So yeah, and I'm here for the jobs is what I'm saying. Is I'm here for these jobs. They're putting us out there. Amen. Hallelujah. We might have thought that the day was never gonna come. Pinocchio is here, ladies and gentlemen, and let me tell you, Tom Hanks is the white version of Will Smith when it comes to acting by himself. All these mystical characters and creatures are really not around him when he is playing these roles, and he does a phenomenal job at doing a movie by himself.
Yes.
We were comparing him in this movie to his old movie, Castaway.
Yeah.
We were talking about Will Smith and I Am Legend. I just cannot believe he can talk to all this stuff that's not responsive. It's
That's
really
not
not
real.
even there, and he makes it look so real. So I applaud him for that as well. The storyline was good. Pinocchio is bad. He's just a bad little boy. And we did see our black character. I thought it was gonna be more than one, but there was just one.
30
But baby,
seconds.
did she stand out, and she was glowing the whole time she was on screen. So I'm here for it. We have a new black blue fairy, if you will. So I was very happy about that, and she can sing.
Mm-hmm.
So
You
yeah.
want to tell them who she was?
Huh?
What movie she
I
played
don't
in?
want to tell her. I'm
Okay.
just gonna let
Y'all
people
make sure y'all
be
go
surprised
check it
and
out.
see, because they
I'll
may
check that
think
out.
negative of a if.
What?
A
Oh
lot of
no.
people didn't like that movie.
It was very Pinocchio. Geppetto. It was real good. It was funny. It was good.
Oh, the ballerina.
Oh yes.
So I don't know if they were trying to say she was Hispanic or if she was black. She might have been a mixture of both, but she may have also been, and she had another one of the leading roles
Oh
in
yeah.
this
Yeah. Her
as
role was
well.
real great.
Yeah.
It was great.
All right.
We talk about Jimmy the Cricket.
Oh, you can talk about Jiminy. Go ahead.
Jimmy must be from the hood, an old man with a conscience, trying to keep Pinocchio out of trouble, and he did his job best he could. And he told him, "Hey, this is the hardest job in the world, being somebody conscious." But it was good.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed
No,
it.
it was funny.
So watch that with your kids. I'm always trying to encourage you to spend time with your kids and take them off the games. I know it's still TV. You get outside, you watch a little movie, go for a little walk in the evenings after you eat. They say that's the best time to talk to your children. So you know we always promoting families around here. Now, up next, you know we about to get a little dirty. So if your kids is as watching or doing whatever while you watching YouTube or they looking over your shoulder, now is not the time. We about to talk about Tennille's touchy subjects, okay? Now this is real easy for me to put out there. I don't have to really read anything or do anything, okay? Because guess what?
Tennille, such a subject.
It's gonna get touchy.
Mm.
Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, and it is very simple. So the person that we're gonna talk about this week is having a problem because her husband or her boyfriend, let's say her long term boyfriend's ex wife, called her at work and asked her if he could perform oral sex on her. Okay? Your boyfriend's ex wife calls you at work, asks, can they hook up? What do you say? How do we handle this? Do we go off because we're at our job? How do we deal with this?
Hold
Now,
on, say it one more
I
time. Say it
always
one more
try to
time.
hide one little thing, and I will tell you something that has been going on in the back of her head. But
You
we're
said
gonna
the ex
start with this.
girlfriend did what?
The ex
Say
girlfriend,
that. That's what I said. Say that one more time.
ex wife, the ex wife
Mm-hmm.
Oh, ex wife.
calls the new girlfriend, long term girlfriend,
Okay. Okay.
and asks if the male in this can come back and hook up with her for a little, yummy, yummy session.
How she got her number?
He participated in the call. He thought it was funny. He thought it was funny and he called the girlfriend at work. How do we respond to this, ladies and gentlemen? Let's talk about it. Ladies and gentlemen, put your comments down below right now. We need to know what you would do in this situation. You're at work and
You talking about what
your
I'm gonna do?
your significant other's ex
What?
calls and says, "Can they hook up?" He's laughing. He thinks that this is funny,
I'm
ladies.
punching off the
Hold on,
clock.
hold on. He's laughing. He thinks that it's funny. He involves you in this telephone call, trying to see if it can pop off because he told her it can't happen without your approval. Where do we go from here? Tucker, what do you have to say? I see you look like you got something on your lips are pressed.
Man, I'm just saying, like, it's like, okay, first of all, why you, this is just wrong.
You
First
trying
of
to
all,
say
it's
the
wrong.
audacity?
Yeah, like, first of all, it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? But
So the
I don't
man's
know how their
wrong. The
relationship is.
man's
Yeah,
wrong, or is she wrong for asking? I don't know what he's talking about.
both. So the man is wrong for letting this shit go on, and then she wrong for even participating, in the whole shenanigans, because he back there laughing at the shit, like, you know what I'm saying? And so if that's the case, then it's like, okay, well, why y'all? So what's going on? Like he asked you, like, and he trying to play out some, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like he trying to play, you know what I'm saying?
Are you
Like,
getting a little mad even thinking about it? Like if a guy called you while you were at work with your wife on the phone, like how do you man, I probably would have lost it at the job.
I
I
don't
know
know.
you didn't call me plan B.
I'd be like, nah, I just be like, hey, G, you better not be there. None of your shit better not be there when I get
When I get home, you done. You done.
I get
Hey,
there.
Anthony, what you got to say?
well, it's two sides to a coin.
Okay.
So I'm in agreement with you, Mr. Tucker.
Hey Jermaine, thanks for watching.
I'm in agreement with you, Simply Tania.
Okay.
But it might be another side to their coin where this is their lifestyle. This is what they do. Maybe he just trying to get approval so all three of us can be together.
But that's what I was saying. Like, I don't know the dynamics of the relationship, but just from a surface view,
Yeah.
that was
So
my
like I
idea.
normally do, I hit a piece back and they have been experimenting with some other people.
So that
There you
okay,
go.
so that's their lifestyle. So
No,
no,
that's fair game then.
They've been experimenting with some other people, but they just haven't found, I guess a good match or something that they want to do that's
Yeah.
consistent. So, do you still feel right though that it's somebody that you were married to before though?
that's their lifestyle. I mean,
That's not a lifestyle. That is your ex, and they're an ex for a reason. I would be feeling like, are you trying to bring them back in because I'm not enough? Are you still holding on to them? Why does she feel comfortable even
Okay.
asking you that?
maybe they feel
Have you been telling her our business?
maybe they was doing it before and they
That's right.
everybody else, and now
Exactly.
we feel comfortable because this person we know is clean. We don't have to go search for nobody else.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I said,
Everybody for me, we all know each other. You know what I'm saying? We all know each other. We might
Right.
really break it on. You know what I'm saying? We
No,
should.
but prior
Really, y'all
to
sharing me anyway.
prior to this conversation, we know that most couples, you're not getting along with the ex, especially if they have children and all this kind of stuff. There's always kind of like turmoil in those situations.
No, we see some exes.
So is this crossing a line?
No, we see some of them right now today that interact with the ex-wife, ex-girlfriend, ex-baby mama, or whatever, where they all together as one family. I mean, not just because some of the rappers are doing it.
Do we think a woman? This will be my next thing. Then, do we think a woman could get away with this?
It all depends.
What you mean?
Could a woman
Like,
get away with this?
It all depends if that's their lifestyle, if that's their agreement. And
2 men?
I mean, me? No, I'm not gonna do it. There's no way.
Most men won't tolerate that. Yeah, most men
hold
won't
on.
tolerate that.
You say
No,
what?
I'm agreeing with you, man. Most men won't tolerate that.
Right.
It won't be something where a man would allow it. You know what I mean? So
We very
as far
true.
as his, yeah,
Well, we know
yeah,
that there are a lot of same. Okay, so here's the thing. We know that there's a lot of same-sex relationships out there. So, say my ex was a female and I brought the female because y'all are trying to make it a man thing. This may be, maybe it could have been something else if it's a girl. Would that be okay to bring an ex in at that situation?
Well, like I just said, men, we open to other women. If it happened, it happened, but not no other man. There's no way in hell. I mean, in the world. It just
definitely ain't
going back
happening,
to
man.
the beginning of the time.
Okay,
You know?
Facebook viewers and YouTube viewers, we need your help right now. We need to tell this couple whether they should move on with this and go ahead and accept the ex-wife in this,
Is this
or
thing-
should, in my opinion, let's go take a trip. Let's do whatever. If we're gonna be doing something like that, it needs to be somebody that we can get rid of. Like if it does not go wrong or somebody get a little clingy or anything, we need to be able to dead this and move on.
Yeah, because I don't want to be on
Let's
the road.
go.
Wait, hold up. I don't want to be way up in North Carolina thinking
He's
she down
always
here with
traveling.
somebody else. I'm like, hey, what you doing? Who over there? What y'all doing while I'm gone? Nah. It ain't rolling like that, partner.
So here's my other thing. Do you think that the couple, the wife and the husband, have already been having relations? Because in my mind,
Nah, I don't
if
think
she
so.
asked him that, even if it was in a joking manner, I would think that they was still messing around.
Nah. That's why she asking.
Well,
She want to.
she probably won't. She definitely won't to.
Yeah.
And
She
with
didn't think he
exes,
was gonna call.
Yeah.
yeah, and then
But look,
with
he
exes,
done. I mean, even though he
You
might
gotta give people an opportunity to finish their. I'm just saying.
go ahead.
Who want to talk? Jeez.
You got both of us worked up, but go ahead.
yeah, because it is touchy subject, right? So, so, but no, with exes, you definitely want. That's how you handle things.
Yeah.
We don't know the dynamics in the workings of how the breakup was. The divorce. Was she there before the divorce? Was she there after? Like, we don't know that whole situation, and given given that lack of knowledge, we can't say, okay, well, this is that and this is that. I would say, I would agree with Natalie as far as with Tania, as far as somebody we need to be able to get rid of. Somebody
That part. Listen, I know also men always be having double standards, so that don't really, if she can't do it, why can he? That's horrible, y'all. And then
No,
it's
but that
also
is a
saying
double
you're
standard,
asking for
though.
permission. Somebody here, Ms. Montre Malone, thank you for chiming in. Says some can be adults about it, but she also says you're basically asking for permission to cheat with your ex.
No. They cheating together.
Right.
They cheating together. It's a partnership thing.
Yeah. This obviously their lifestyle. Like, this obviously something they do.
Yeah, lifestyle. So, like I say, to each their own. So you can't.
She also says, why go backwards? And that's
Why
kind
go
of my
back?
thing.
Yeah.
I'm feeling like you want that. If you want to go venture back over there, I'm feeling like you want that. And that's going to mess with my mind. And we might as well not even go there, because then I'm going to be like, oh, well, you dip back. Let me get my little dip back, kind of like that tit for tat. And you don't even want to get in that headspace. Let's just go do something new. If we don't like it and it messes everything, it don't mess everything up, let's just drop it and we're going to find something else. Like, keep it moving. But going back into relationships that have already been fostered, that we've already made babies, that's just too much. I just feel like that's real deep.
See, that's what made me think it's something beyond that. Like, I think if he is in on it, he got a game plan. Like, he trying to, get them all together. He trying to do polygamy type. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's doing something else.
Right.
Why else do that? And you live in that type of lifestyle, bro. So, like, why why would you even go back? You know what I mean?
Yep.
To that, you know what I'm saying? Like you know what I mean?
So
I don't know.
I'm gonna say,
What's your final comment? Go ahead.
move to Oklahoma or Utah. You can do that with no problem. Or go overseas, do it the one time, come on back home.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. My final comment, of course, is I wouldn't do the backtrack, but if you want to go experiment and do whatever, there's plenty of clubs, plenty of places that you can go. You can find you a little dip, and then get out of there. You don't have to have somebody who is so intertwined in your life that you can't get rid of them, or that it creates a problem trying to get rid of them. Is my final comment on that. This is I'm Just Saying Live. Thank you so much, Mr. Reginald Tucker, for joining in on the conversation today. Thank you, Call Me Aunt, for always being so supportive. Ladies and gentlemen, we will holler at y'all next Tuesday at 10 o'clock. Remember, email us your touchy subjects so that we can help discuss it. Now, this couple, we sure hope that they work it out. I figure that they're going to have some fun. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
They can go overseas in Italy,
Yeah,
France.
yeah.